So, the Volkswagen Golf 1.4 R line. Been driving this car for the past 5-6 days, I reckon. And you really can't go wrong with the Golf. It's a brilliantly composed machine. It's so practical in terms of the size in urban conditions. It's comfortable. It's not very big in terms of boot space and such. So if you have a young family, young infant, and you're looking for a car that has a lot of space for like your diapers, your what do you call it? I don't have kids. Your pram, all of that sort of things. So maybe not. Maybe the Golf will not particularly suit your lifestyle. But having said that, I know people, I have friends that have brought up 2 or 3 kids in nothing more than a Golf. So that argument doesn't really hold water as well, because yeah, like I said, I know people that brought up their kids in a Golf. But the only problem that I have with the Golf, everything else being equal, good looking car, practical, I have to say superbly economical as well. It's 1 week's worth of driving and I'm still just at full tank. I gave this car to my wife for 2 days and she commuted from Kota Damansara to Cyberjaya and back for 2 days straight, and it's still at full tank, at half tank. So in terms of fuel consumption, brilliant as well. I also like the fact that it's really comfortable, nice luxurious interior. Not luxurious as in a Mercedes, BMW, Rolls-Royce, Bentley kind of way, but in its own unique way. I'll get to that later. The one thing that I really cannot get over, and I think is the only thorn in the side of this Golf, is the price. A little over 174,000 ringgit. Wow, that's a lot of money for such a small car, honestly. So which means that this car may not probably be the ideal first car or your primary car. Maybe it's a really good second car if you have the money, and or a car for your wife, for your kids, or something to run to the market and back in to go about your daily life. So 174,000 ringgit, you can get quite a lot of cars, and the latest car that is around that same price tag and is superbly well featured, and would probably give this car a hard time, is the new Mazda CX-5 Turbo. More powerful, it's good looking in its own special way, a lot more practical. So yeah, in that way the Mazda CX-5 Turbo would probably be a better buy. But we're not here to talk about the CX-5 Turbo, we are here to talk about the Golf R line. I have to be careful with what I say. The R can be a bit confusing. So let's show you the engine. It's a 1.4 litre engine. Turbo, of course. Everything is turbo these days. So not very impressive in a packaging sort of way, engine packaging. Produces 150 PS, about 147 horsepower, 250 Newton meters of torque. It's not really the final word when it comes to power in its segment, but it's not bad lah. It's good enough for your day to day. You can happily cruise at about 140, 160. It may take a while for you to reach there though, but it's nice. It's very refined, very smooth engine. 7-speed gearbox, no dramas there, smooth shifting. Volkswagens have had issues with their gearboxes in the past, with the engines in the past, but I think that's all in the past. Volkswagen Malaysia really is going out of their way to make sure that your ownership experience is as pleasant can be. So I'll include that in my article as to what exactly they are offering, because I know they have 5-year warranty, 3 years free maintenance. So yes, in that sense, ownership experience, I think Volkswagen Malaysia will make sure that you have a pleasant experience owning this car. So in terms of boot space, there's one thing that I've always appreciated about the Volkswagens, and some people just really can't seem to come to terms with, or rather seem to forget, is this, to open the boot. Voila, just that. I really like that. I really appreciate that. As you can see, boot space is not that much. You're gonna have a hard time putting a pram in here, your kids' stuff, your own stuff, your wife's stuff for weekend in Penang. So yeah, in terms of luggage space, not that good at all. If you're wondering what this is, well, I'm not supposed to be mentioning this because this is actually the Volkswagen Golf sound and style package. So it has a really cool audio system, and it's really sounds really good. I'll let you in on that later. But yeah, that's what it is, which completely cuts away about a third of the boot space. But anyway, like I said, this shouldn't be your primary car. This should be your second or third car. Let's go inside. Oh, but before we do that, passenger seat space, not that great. I'm about nearly 6 feet, maybe about 5'11". So the seat, the driver's seat, is adjusted to my driving style. As you can see, yeah, not a lot of space here. But very nice leather seats. Super nice leather seats actually. Just space wise, yeah. Right. The main seat. This is the main seat in the Golf R line. Just start it up, press here, press the brakes, press here. It's really hot, so some air conditioning please. Come on. Okay, as you can see, digital dash. Amazing, I really appreciate that. It's and you can also change it. So we press on view, the classic, so no center displays, just the needle, makeshift needle actually, and it'll tell you the gear and speed. So your speed digital readout over there, your gears over there, and what else, consumption and range. So half tank, I'm at half tank right now, and I still have a range of 330 kilometers per hour. Since start, 10.9 liters, I've been down to about 6 liters per 100 km. So I've been running around town, so a lot of stop start acceleration, not exactly a slow driver. Efficiency, there you go. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I like that, the digital dash. In terms of quality, Volkswagens have never really had an issue in terms of quality. I really appreciate all the finer stitching, the nice leather, all this finer stitch, some really nice high quality buttons over here. If you're wondering what mode does, gives you different driving modes: eco, normal, sport, individual. Individual lets you adjust how you want the steering to feel, how you want the driving style to feel, dynamic cornering lights, air conditioning. So sport, that means it will keep up with your steering rack. The faster, let's say if you're in going up Genting Highlands and you're steering really fast in and out of corners, so you probably want it in sport. But right now normal is fine since I'm returning the car anyway. Air conditioning, eco, but since it's so bloody hot these days, normal is fine. Steering, sport, which gives you a heavier feel. Drive, sport. Yeah, drive always in sport. Okay, not really a fan of the stop start systems, so press here and it'll tell you that your stop system is activated, deactivated. Yep. Okay, in terms of interior quality, I think we've established that it's not very spacious but very high quality for its price. I think it's really cool, really good. Features, as you can see, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. I really appreciate interior entertainment systems these days. It makes your life so much easier. What I do not really appreciate about this car is that every time somebody calls you, it appears in the screen. So there's no buttons over here that will help you answer the call. There should be a button here, but there's none. So every time somebody calls you, you actually have to take your hand off and answer it over there. So not really a deal breaker, but something I thought I should point out anyway. Then other than that though, this is the menu. Apple CarPlay, as you can see, images lets you access source file. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't get there. Yeah, very intuitive, very nice feel. And the only setback about this particular touchscreen area is that it picks up on all your fingerprints. All your fingerprint smudges, as you can see, it's littered with my fingerprints right now after weeks worth of driving. No wash. But anyway, so I quite like this car. You know, I appreciate this car. I appreciate the fact that it's so fuel efficient, and it's comfortable for my day-to-day run around, and the fact that it's a Volkswagen, so that actually means something. It means that a lot of engineering, decades worth of engineering, has gone into this car, and it's a Golf, so it has a lot of heritage to it as well. The only thing that I really cannot appreciate about this car is the price tag. 174,000. It's a lot of coin actually. But as I said, maybe not your first car, second car, third car, car for your wife, car for your son, daughter, whoever, your mistress, whatever floats your boat, buddy. But anyway, I'm not saying that it's a bad car. I'm saying that it's a really good car. And I'm also saying that it's a very expensive car. More on this on the Volkswagen Golf R-Line 1.4 R-Line in my article on www.piston.my. I'm Cashy Dillon for piston.my. Thank you for watching. Adios. One last thing, I did say that I was going to let you listen to how amazing the sound system is in this Golf sound and style, or sound and light, sound something package. And yeah, here we go. I think the S&M album from Metallica is one of the greatest ever. Listen to this.